Jags coming in at 2-3. Going up against the Texans, who come in at 3-2.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Carr going to try and throw on third down. It's caught. Jones shifts past him at the 45. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now a first down following that long gain. Again, it's Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, Carr again. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the Pick up there, and it'll be second down.
Absolutely nowhere.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCullough. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A 1st carry now for Kareem Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Green 39! Green 39!
Operating from the gun, McCullough. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Back 99, Philly, here we go! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! No, check, Patriot!
To throw on 3rd down, McCullough. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check, Patriot!
They run with Hunt, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team.
Set! Boom! Landed! Gone! Back 99, Philly, here we go!
To throw on 2nd down, McCullough. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd and 2, McCullough. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got room. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football. But the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the second level, the linebackers, or the third level where the defensive backs are. And
that's caught at the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On second down, Cook. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Off the play fake. McCollum out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Back to the NFL. Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McCollum, he almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, McCollum. And now another one thrown incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They start the drive with Cook. Always got some breathing room. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Off play action. McCollum steps away. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, it's Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down, McCullough. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Looking to throw on second down. McCullough got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a first down and 5 for the offense.
All right, now look at 56. All right, here we go. Green, 30. Gun.
From the gun, McCullough. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Kill. We got three. 734.
Now a give running right. It's Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Clay Matthews in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12.
Check. 3 down. 1. Raider 1. Switch.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On is the punter King to send it away. Take it in at the 22. And he works free. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing again. McCollum. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
To throw on third down. McCollum throwing the out route and complete. It's Hopkins. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. The Texans send the punter out. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So, boy, Derek Carr heads to the bench, and they will hand things over to their backup quarterback.
Here we go now. Number 90. Blue 90. Let me go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eye. After that play, did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Now let's go.
To throw on second down. Wolf under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. Wolf over the middle. Cooper with it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. Wolf, it's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. shift together here from the D-line. Back to the ground, Cook. Oh, spinning away. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's second down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Back to the air on second down. Wolf, rush coming, and he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Wolf. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And Forbath will put this one through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Aldon Smith in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here's Goff. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Good gains there back-to-back for Houston in the passing game, and another first down. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. To throw on second down is Goff. On the right side, caught by Green. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long. It's Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Second down, just 1 yard to go.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. Wolf. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So now it's first and goal.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. No. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw again. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A toss to Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw. Wolf. Hard throw, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Forbath will put this one through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it first and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's going to go down again. We want to win our home